Hey people, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. How you guys doing? Okay, I'm in the town of Merritt, little town. I left the city. I kept preaching. I left the city of Vancouver. Leave the city, get out of the city before things get hectic, because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So what I meant by that in those videos I made is they're going to be taxing us to death. You could own something, but they're just going to impoverish you through taxation, right? So and that's what property tax we're talking about today. I got my property tax assessment here in Merritt, the town with 2 stoplights, and I'm paying $3,500 for property tax. When I originally moved in, it was $1,400. It is $3,500 now. 5 or 6 years down the road, it has doubled, tripled in price. That's $3,500 with the grant. It'd be $4,000 without the grant, because they're granting me and giving me, they're giving me a little bit of a deal here. But what's going on? So again, they're going to be taxation. They're going to be taxing people into poverty. Retired folks, I made a video 2.5 years ago. Property taxes need to be some sort of plateau on retired folks, because they can't keep their homes that they bought while working their whole lives to pay off their mortgages. They can't maintain their homes, not because of payments and credit cards and other stuff, is because the property tax. So unlike in the United States, people are watching this like, what are you talking about? I paid $190 a year for property tax. What the hell are you guys doing up there? Well, this is how it works in Canada, right? So in the town of Merritt, we got maybe a population of 7,000. I don't think we do, but that's what they state. A lot of the amenities I can't use because I'm not juiced. So I couldn't go see my son play hockey. I was shut out. A lot of other things that were happening that disallowed me from using whatever few amenities we do have in town. And it's really sad to see. It's really heartbreaking to see that people, well, what's going to happen? They're just going to jack up the rents. And the landlords or property owners are just going to have to jack up their rents. They jack up their rents, in turn increasing rental prices and forcing people into moving into other places. I'm already in one of those places that people move to when they can't afford the city they live in. I left the city of Vancouver because food was costing more. All right, food was costing more than my rent in Vancouver. That's how bad it was getting out of control. And that was like 7 years ago, or 6 years ago. So I'll leave a link to the video. So I wanted to share this with you guys. I wanted you guys to know what is happening. $3,500 for property tax. That's with the grant, because it would be $4,000, right? Now, if my mom was still living in Brampton, Ontario, the house that she had that she sold while we left Brampton. Now, if my mom was still living in Brampton, Ontario, she kind of poked around with some of the neighbors she still knows there, she'd be paying $7,900 a year in property tax, right? So these are unheard of numbers if you're in red states of America. And that's why I keep telling people Amerifornia is coming. In the blue states, I think that's normal in the blue states, but in the red states, this is coming to impoverish the rest of Americans. Now, small town, population 7,000, very little to no amenities, 2 stoplights, 7 crosswalks. What do you guys think is fair to pay? I left the city because we were getting decimated by the cost of basic living, and I wasn't living a 5-star lifestyle in Vancouver. I was living in a townhome that I was renting, and I had my business, and I did my things. I paid my taxes. I did what I had to do so I don't end up in jail. So what's the deal? So what is going on, guys? I want to know. Small town, right? I can't really call the police, because remember that whole harassment thing that's been going on? Last time I went to the police, they said basically, don't come here. You're wasting our time, or don't contact us anymore, basically. So that's another problem. So I really don't have, what am I paying for, right? So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. The garbage collection for this place is like $400 every 3 months for the city. And there's nowhere to put the garbage cans in behind, because there's an alleyway that goes across. So there's very little room to put any garbage cans there. And I don't have any garbage that I throw out there. So that's the, so this is where it's heading, right? Luckily, the landlady takes care of that here for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm here at 1925 Colchina. If you guys want to visit me here in downtown Merritt, it's Mike Martin's your boy. And come on down and bring some love. And I'll be here pretty much all through the week. $3,500 with the grant. And again, I left the city because now, are we going to be pushed into somewhere else? Where are Canadians private sector Canadians that are not, because usually when you're working for the government and the public sector, you just get a raise. When the taxes go up, you get a raise with the government alongside. Police officers are making six-figure incomes here in Canada, crazy amounts of money, because they need to keep the police and they need to keep all these things in order so that they keep raising their wages. But then we get taxed to death here on the ground. So I'm not blaming the town for raising property tax. I'm just blaming the structure on how it works and where it's headed. And I see where it's headed, and I think it's going to cripple a lot of young families and people starting families. Let me know what you guys think. Lots of love. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.